se om det virker.
Alright. I think we're live. Let me just see if you guys can hear me. Can you guys see me? Nice. Alright, but now I would just like to say welcome back to this channel. It's been too long, and we're finally here. Let me just go in here. Perfect. Alright, so let me just see how this looks. Let me just make myself a little bit bigger here. Alright, but I think today we're just going to, hopefully you guys know, we are live with Kickstarter for Season 2 of Tales of Alethrion. And yeah, it's been too long. Thank you, everyone in the comments. But yeah, we're live with the Kickstarter for Season 2. And yeah, let's just go, man. We're climbing this giant in... right now it's a little bit of a slow speed, but we're getting up to the head so we can chop it off eventually or ride it over the forest. But today I think we're gonna just talk a little bit about I'm here to answer your questions, and maybe we could look a little bit on the drawing competition entries. Would be nice. Hi Tutu Alba from Mexico. Nice to see you. TSCTH, Big Blue Dragon. I've seen you before. But yeah, we can also just chill and talk, and I'm probably gonna sit and draw. I'm trying to figure out how I can see your comments while I'm drawing. That's a little bit of a problem for me. So let's see if you can get this down here. I think this must be it. Alright, but before we start, it would be nice to let me just make myself big while I'm not drawing. What am I doing? Okay, so do any of you have some questions to begin with? Let's just throw ourselves into it. This is my Moomin Cup for the evening. Hi Victor from Sweden. Hey Ross Bradfield, my old homie. He just ate some chicken nuggets and he feels so gross. He feels like he's full of pink foam. That sounds awful, Ross. But we all know the feeling. Rajias asks how we got the idea for making this show. And that's an easy one. Because it was me and my schoolmate Kenneth. We went to the same class, and we were playing Dungeons and Dragons, playing the same games. Right now we're actually also playing the same game. I'm playing Dragon's Dogma, and that was because he was playing that. And I've made, if you are following the Kickstarter updates, I've made Brother Mainz as my main character, with a big bong and a huge afro hair and a big mustache. But anyways, we came up with the idea because everybody were doing short films for Cannes, and that were very meaningful and all this, and we just wanted to make some fantasy action without limitations, and basically just wanted to have fun, and that created this whole universe. Yes, Altai Dogs, Dragon's Dogma. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It has a good D&D vibe where you run around and all of a sudden there's a troll coming towards you, and it's a pretty cool feeling. Ian M asks how many people are working with me right now, and over here we right now have Nikolai. Can you maybe pop in?
Pop in. Hello guys.
Yeah. So, of course, it's not the biggest team doing Kickstarter. We're really pushing for just getting out there and definitely spread the word. We really want to make this season 2, or at least a pilot. And then Patrick Lindberg has been helping on backgrounds. There's been a lot of stuff that I've done myself, but this month is also very much with meetings and gathering people on the team and all this. Yeah. So there's TSCTH again here. A question: what was your inspiration for Tales of Alethrion? It's a little bit similar to the other one. Well, the journey is the true reward. Was kind of watching people who were rushing through school and they really wanted to, become graduate and get out there in the work in the industry. And it was all over. We saw this people just rushing towards the next. But what in our experience, it was that whenever people had reached a goal, they would just put another one. And so, yeah, what's the point? You have to have fun, and on the journey there, you become epic. So putting this into a fantasy universe, but where we had because we were going in very fun outfits at this point, and so we wanted to put it into all the heroes were kind of rock and roll hipsters, and mixing this with fantasy was really fun. I mean, Wilhelm, he's having these on. I forgot what the names are for these, but to keep your pants up. But then he also has a belt on, so this mixed match style. But very much Dungeons and Dragons and adventure feel and friendship. How confident? Niels Vestergaard asks, hi Niels, how confident are you in reaching the Kickstarter goal? Well, it's never certain. I really cross my fingers that we're gonna make it, but of course it needs a big push here towards the end, because we only have 11 days left, so soon 10ish. But let's see, if the Kickstarter is successful, that would be super nice, because we can start the next season. But after that, I think that Patreon will be very much a platform for the YouTube channel and the videos that are coming out. So episodes can be built little by little, but at the same time, YouTube videos can come out. It's been a blast following the channel lately. It's really cool to see so many of you. Wilhelm Dynamite Chicho asks if Wilhelm is a hipster. I would say many of the fashion in Tales of Alethrion is very hipsterish. If you look at the different suits people have, the thugs have on, and if you see Wilhelm and Vito and various other characters, it's fantasy, but it's still pretty fash. Oh yeah, suspenders. Thank you guys. These are suspenders. Yeah. Danish. So Baron Typhon asks, love your work, man. When is the tabletop of Alethrion Dog coming out? I don't know what that accent was, but the Tales of Alethrion role-playing book is already made. Maybe could you grab an RPG book? The role-playing book has been the first one was made for the previous Kickstarter campaign for the season 1, and we have prints of that, and now we have updated the game with Andreas. So this is how it looks, and you have all this cool stuff in here. Some pictures, Yeah, I don't know how to make this even more clear, but I can check it out here while I'm having it. But basically, this is an RPG game which has been inspired by, of course, Dungeons and Dragons, and also Demon Souls, and because it has the stamina system. Instead of having 2 actions, you have stamina you can use all of, but then you're really you can't do much the next turn, or you can spend some of it and then you're fully rested for the next turn. So it's stamina based, But that's like a game that's only been available on Kickstarter so far. But it would be really cool here after the Kickstarter to figure out something about a web shop and figure out how to make this more available, of course. Thank you, Torgeir Kirkebøn, for loving the way we're telling stories. Thank you so much. So, Hosin Riot asks if even Mel Amundsen, I suspect that's the one you're talking about, will work with us again. He did some awesome artwork for season 1, that's true. You say season 2 here. Hope I didn't screw up the vampire boss too much in my drawing. Oh yeah, he did a very cool fan art that I should be showing, and I'll find it. Yeah, maybe later when I'm done with answering questions, we can look at some artwork and do some drawings. But that was a really cool drawing. I'll be sure to share it on Twitter and Facebook. But even Mel Amundsen, he's a good friend, and actually there's something I really wanna show. One more thing I'm gonna ask here. Der er en bog, som hedder Tegn 2 på hylden der. Det er de der, som er på midterste hylde. But actually, even made these drawings, and he has come out with a series of 3 art books. Let me just show them. You can maybe come with the 2 others as well. And I'm really a collector, so I love gathering all this awesome artwork. So in this book, Time 2 by Even, and book 1 here and book 3 over here, he's done some very cool fantasy artwork. You can see some of the stuff here, like really cool stuff. Really love his art. But what I'm really proud of is that I was also in the second one. So I made a little art drawing in his book here. Guest art by Mikkel Mainz. So this is like a little bit more reward stylish. But that was really sweet of him to think of me there. But it was amazing artwork he did for the characters of Tales of Alethrion. Lima Bean is asking, what characters are you doing next? My plan right now is the season will start up where Tira is the main character. We've been hinting her a lot, and I think it's time, because that's just a cool story that has been waiting for a long time. But also, I think we need to see more of Brun. And of course, if the ones who have been seen the latest episode, Wilhelm's Curse and Traveling Deity, it's kind of leading up to Wilhelm and Amaranth also traveling together, which I think is kind of interesting, because now she's a deity of vision. Yes, she has this ever-watching eye, and if you have seen in many of the episodes, this eye symbol show up, like Wilhelm's amulet that comes from Amaranth. So I think it's interesting. He's a vampire now. She's deity, so they both they can be killed, but they can't really age at the moment. I think that's really cool to play with that. But of course, also the chest. We need also the chest to. Yeah, the mystery has to be revealed. But depending on the episodes, I have to focus on a storyline as usual. So that's really exciting. Michael Esme asks, how do magic and gods work in your world? I would like to turn thus into a D&D campaign. Well, actually, I wrote I should actually ask that, show this in the video. I'm gonna just be away from the comments for a little bit, because I'm gonna show my screen. Basically, I made a whole world Bible for the world and the timeline, and I've been planning a timeline video forever, and I've been recording it several times. It's just always ending up so long. So I'm gonna show you a little bit of the world Bible now. I don't know if I've shown this before, but let's just take a look at it. yeah, you can just look at me while I look for it. Sorry, I'm doing this all the time. How do I make myself bigger again? There we go. So while I find it, you can look at my beautiful face. I was a little bit stressed, so my mustache was like pegged in, but now I'm growing it again. We have to stay true to the universe. So let me just find this document. I can answer a question while I'm thinking here. I adore your show. You guys are so creative. I want you all to know that Tales of Alethrion has influenced me so much. Thank you, Eli Claesen. It makes me so happy. The adventure will go on forever. Yes. Have you ever read Kingkiller? Kingkiller is something. This is Ian M who says this. Kingkiller is something I've been told to read so many times. You suggested it just the other day. Yes. So that is my next. That is my next book to read. Right now I'm reading a really cool comic, but I'll read it afterwards. It's the weirdest comic. I'm going to show you afterwards. Yeah, so Alban Gamrowi is asking if my new studio Skjald is hiring, and if yeah, so I'm both hiring and taking interns. Of course, I have like a small team, so a lot of people I've known are gonna be contacted for this. But I'm definitely taking in portfolios and showreels. So if you like fantasy and 2D, of course. Let me just find this story here. Where is the world document? It's searching. Okay, we'll take another question. Thank you, Steve Savory. Also a cool YouTube channel you have there for blessing the Kickstarter campaign. Kingkiller. I said Kingkiller. What program I use for animating? Phoenix asks. I'm using TV Paint, but I've also used Toon Boom and Flash for other projects, but Tales of Alethrion is TV Paint. Okay, so I think I have it here. I have to, like, my brain is so hard at focusing on two different things. Artwork. Nice. World of Alethrion. Here we go. Alright, so now back to the Bible. So this here is basically what I did for the world. Let me just remove this. Basically, it was a guide to Alethrion made a long time ago, and that was just like mentioning the races of Alethrion, the early history, the early years, how the deities created the world. It was the different regions of the land, and the different cities and ruins and forests and etc. So you had all of these different locations. Castle Blosted, the Thunder Top, and you have down here you can see if it's shown up in the films or the episodes. So, for example, the city in Relics is a place where you can find lizards and yeah. But this is basically like a lot of world creation. So there's a lot of like lore put into this world. But I think that should be probably put into a video in the future. That's like let me just find something. Like, for example, the Singing Ocean. Then we have like Vito and Wilhelm here, or like the Sarina Fields. Then we have Alethrion and Amaranth traveling around here. And basically, this has been a way to how do you say? keep control of what has happened in the world, and also make sure that it is a consistent world. Let me see if can you still see me talking here, like in the full screen? Just somebody say yes or nay. And Juan Huarte asks if this document is available. It's not available at the moment. I've used this to gather all the lore. It's 200 pages, but there's probably a lot of grammar mistakes and stuff like that. And since I am a dungeon master and I've been it for 20 years, can you gather my watch in there on the little table? Okay, thanks. That's good. You can see me. But basically, this document, it took some time to write because it's been building on as the world has come along as well. But also it's the dungeon master mindset that has to have everything be in order. And basically, when I tell a story, and when me and Kenneth have been doing stories earlier, it's like we want everything to support the story, but it also needs to be consistent with the world and the lore. So a lot of things in this world is like, has a lot of lore put into it. Bad Picnic asks, why are you so beautiful? I don't know. I can thank my mom and dad. I think maybe he was a wizard, she was a nymph. I'm sure Vito and Gaia are also gonna get beautiful children. Yeah, but I don't know. Glenn is not the most handsome, but he's a little bit cute. But his mom is also a lizard wizard. But there was another one who asks if Lincoln asks if the stories are inspired from a known mythology. And I think that a lot of the deities in this world and a lot of the lore is inspired by a comic I wrote a long time ago, like when I was late teen and before the reward, which ended up being like 500 pages long. But it's still rough. It stands on my shelf over there in like 4 books. And the idea there was that all these deities, they created the world, and then they created whatever they wanted out of it, and they were like, okay, now we have done good, and all the bad ideas was trashed into another dimension, but the good ideas were there, and then they left, but they put all the powers into like a pool, and then people could like drink this and get supernatural powers, or like become deities themselves. And this was kind of like an idea that was cool to play with also in the reward universe, where basically these gods are idea makers. They're creatures like humans and other people, but they can create, and that makes them, of course, they feel better than others. They're sophisticated. They create all these characters and these creatures and environments, and all of a sudden the human is created by Humun, one of the deities, and the other deities gets jealous, so they start creating a lot of mess, creating, and all of a sudden it's a mess. There's no structure, there's no order, everything is just chaos and monsters everywhere, and the ones who can't come up with good ideas just try to make things that kill the other deities' creatures. So in the end, Humun is sent down to the earth, and the other deities like shake and say, all right, let's move to the north, let all of this settle, and that's where they're sitting in the north and taking their time, waiting for this mess to disappear. But one of the deities called Kaltofal, he goes out, he's the sand god, and he tries to zero things out again in the world, but he's killed by Alethrion. For some reason Alethrion gets a lot of powers and starts cleaning up this mess. So basically it's not based on any mythology, it's just inspired from old comics and cool Dungeons and Dragons patrons, and just storytelling and world building. But I love this world. I'm too deep in. I can't leave this universe. It's a reality for me that keeps growing. Okay, so I'll take another question here. Hey Pugless, Thank you for all your tweets on Alethrion's Twitter. So Michael Esme added Wilhelm in his campaign and named him the Sun Wizard, and all his players loved him. Is there anything I should include in his character? Well, I mean, I've also used Vito and Wilhelm in some of my campaigns, and I even played with some of the fans back in the first Kickstarter, where they entered the lands of Alethrion, and Kenneth was a player, I was a dungeon master, and we would sit and plan the campaign. And in the end, they also made Vito and Wilhelm. But they're so epic, you know. The thing about Vito and Wilhelm are that they are completely epic level now, who are doing their own thing. So I would just say he's probably not a Sun Wizard if it's Wilhelm. I think you're talking about Vito. Vito is like the red-headed wizard, and if you would like to use him as the Sun Wizard in your campaign, then I think that he should probably, after having moved into this treehouse with Gaia, he's getting some children that has not been revealed yet. But he would probably start like training people up and sharing his knowledge, because he's a people person compared to Wilhelm, who's more like a mission hunter. Like a bounty hunter who's joined the Heroes Guild. Okay, other questions. Let me see. I'm sorry for all the questions I'm not answering. I know I'm like taking my time on the questions, so if I'm not answering, just write it again. Then I'll probably find it. Hey Tsukiji, that's the role-playing creator here. Sandor Sauce asks if I want to write a book. That would be awesome. Maybe when I'm sitting with a long mustache and have created this world, I would start writing books. Right now, I have a lot of stories, which are like scripts for movies that are being developed. But for stories, that would be cool. But I think that what I'm playing around with in my mind right now is actually for the patrons to make like web comics because animation sometimes this takes too long. So in a way, I could also continue a storyline there, just like we had Thugs Live and they choose their path. So I'm always playing around with formats where I can tell the stories in this world. Who do we have more here of questions? BooBooDoble asks, I'm not sure if this was asked yet, but are we allowed to enter multiple duos for the contest, the drawing competition? And if so, should we post them in different posts or the same post on Insta? Everybody can send in drawings to the drawing competition multiple times and on both platforms. Just remember to tag it. I notice some people forget to tag the post in the picture, and then it doesn't show up in tagged posts on the profile, and then it's much harder to find. I still look for them and save the posts because I don't want to miss any of your entries. But definitely send in as long as it's made within the drawing competition, and I don't find it somewhere else like a year ago, because that would be cheating. Then it's fine. I just love when people are creative and drawing. Yeah. And yeah, could you demonstrate some of your sketches, please? Yes, I could. Let me just find a little sketchbook here. Can you bring me my? There's like 2 sketchbooks on the table, and also my backpack. Yep. Let me just find this one. I'm not sure where I put the little one. Yeah, well. So there's a little one of Glenn here, where he's just sitting and chilling. Yeah. After I put that episode out, I wanted to get a little bit more out with him. And we have Actually already posted this on Instagram, but we have like a little Tira sketch here. Let's see what I have. I had like another. Just 2 seconds. Yeah, I usually run around with a little one. There was like an early draft for Skjald. You know, Skjald is the new company name. Skjald is means bard. It's like an old traveler or troubadour that goes from town to town and tells stories or sings songs about epic lords and ladies, about deities, and about love stories and other crazy happenings in life. But yeah, you have some croquis here, and do some croquis when you can. It's always good. Some landscapes and somebody on a scooter. A little girl sitting, watching the distant horizon. That was a character for a film, just I wanted to try to make a little bit grown up. Some thumbnails for locations. Vito sitting and chilling. Yeah, he's sitting with his pipe here and playing his Switch. Yeah. Ocean sketches over there. Then we have some Vario designs. I couldn't remember how to draw him, so I tried to sketch Vario. And a traveler girl. Yeah. Spider-Man, when Spider-Verse came out. Some Spider-Man sketches. Monster ideas, like it's animated, jumps up, pulls its neck in, and then throws itself out. Yeah, like animated monsters. Thumbnails. What was I watching here? I think I was watching the Jungle Book here, and I was doing compositions while I did this. Some ideas for steampunk town. Yeah, a little bit more of that. Yeah, so basically it's a lot of random sketches, some Alethrion. Oh yeah, we have some more here. This is nice. Some Vito and Gaia and what more? I think at some point I did like a whole map. Oh yeah, Meg and Ken, the guys with the map. I tried to make some sketches of them because obviously if they reach the map, they get older. It's gonna be fun. Here we have the whole series put into one pitch. We have Vito and Wilhelm who meets, let me just point at it here. Vito and Wilhelm meets Brun. He drops the treasure map, and was in love with Mira. Then they meet Mira and her gang, Uruth and Sid, where the map of course comes back. Meanwhile, Mira has been born with Brun, and Vito and Wilhelm reaches the map with the X on the mirror with the X on the map. Then we have Tira here, she's growing up. Then they give the map to Meg and Ken. Then we have Vito and Wilhelm who are older, and they have Sylvia and Tatiana jump on the back of their horses. Then we have Alethrion who back in the days created the map, so full circle here. We have like the map being created, it comes up to Brun again, up here. He falls in love with Amaranth before he dies on the chest at the X on the map. Then he turns into this Alethrion greed creature. Amaranth meets Ruden, who wants to kill the greed over here. And then we're back at if you've seen the show, it makes sense. If not, it's probably a bit messy. Then we have Gaia, who falls in love with Epic Vito. And we have the guards here with Ruden. And then we have Vito and Wilhelm turning into epic old men with the amulet that goes up to Amaranth. Ruden is not in there, and Blen is not in there, but I was trying to pitch the story. I was sitting at the beach and trying to pitch the story. So somebody asks, can we take a pic on that comic? Yeah, totally. Let me just find it. 2 seconds, it's here. All right, so somebody asked if they could see the old comic, and this is it. This is the old comic. And if I just take a random book here from it, yeah, it was so nice. I loved this comic. It was like so many funny, weird ideas in this. You can see a page. Let me just find a fun page here. So basically, I'm just gonna pitch one page here. So this guy, he's like sucking the life out of this demon thing. He drains it in, sucks it in, and then he becomes this. This demon is like being drained into this guy, and then he sucks it in here. And what happens on the next page? Oh yeah, of course. And then he puts it into a bottle, like and puts the little clothes on, and then he falls down, of course. Yeah, so you can see also in Alethrion the DTs are being captured in bottles and all that. But yeah, that was just to show a little bit. There's also a cool page here, like a full page where we see some of the characters and this like a crazy demon out of hand. Yeah, so that was like how that would look back then. Maybe one day I'll cram it into these pages, but first Alethrion. Yeah. But I'm also really excited about this one. Thanks to you guys, we reached that 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. Finally! It's nice to get an audience that like the project. So, who should I take now? Sorry, I've been a little bit away from the comments. Let me just see what happens here. Any personal tips that you use when developing a world while avoiding getting overwhelmed by the expense? I've been struggling a little and seeing your work continues to expire. All right, well, if you have the passion and you have the will and keep going, then there's no stopping you, because you have like your whole life to keep doing it. So obviously you have to figure a way to survive. But if you're like me, like whenever I get money, it's also to pay people and to make sure to have licenses and all this stuff. Actually, like I don't need much. So yeah, what drives me is the passion and the project and the people. While doing all of this amazing fantasy, I also am privileged enough to have like a cool Dungeons & Dragons group that also keeps the inspiration and stories going. For this whole Blend episode, that's made without a budget. That's like just because I wanted to give the patrons something cool back, and I was really happy that we had supporters in there. So that was basically just me starting and putting together a storyboard and testing out things, how I could make an animation with the yeah, there was actually no budget. It was like very little. Then it was lucky there were friends and who were musicians and animators and background artists around who also wanted to help. So yeah, it's just doing it. Like I aim to figure out ways to tell stories and make this channel grow. Okay, hello, World of Sep. What do you want to ask? I can just hear it like, hello, down here. I'm down here at the bottom of the comments. I know how it feels. I know it so well. World of Sep, ask a question. Approximately, Kawasaki asks, approximately how much time did the pre-production take? For what episode is basically my question then, because each film had a different journey. Like the reward, we were lucky enough to be in our study year, so we had time to have a big pre-production. With the first hero, it was a lot of back and forth, because we also were in contact with the Danish film funds, as well as the the Kickstarter, so we had to like make a lot of different takes on the storyboards. And for the other 2 projects, it was a smaller team, but we wanted to make as much as possible for the budget we had. So it was basically gathering what we had and moving it to another level. So it's hard to say how much pre-production lasts, because sometimes it also goes into the production. Yeah. If the Giolia Urine asks, if the Kickstarter won't reach its goal by June 7th, are you going to extend the time limit? I really want to support you, but I need to wait. Okay, the Kickstarter will probably not be extended, but the Patreon is where I hope people will go after the Kickstarter. That's basically a thing that can keep this thing going, and it's right now it's not even a monthly thing. It's just per item that I think is worth the money. So I think that right now it would be super awesome if the Kickstarter is successful, because that could really give a kick and a boost to the next season. Also, because now we need to, the first season introduced the different characters, but now we need to define the next. So yes, Nazgul 100 asked if he can see the Tales of Alethrion card game. I waited for this question. He's considering donating a level, but would like to see what he get first. Yes, let's show the card game. It's a very early draft now, but I'm also planning on making a video. I really hope I can make it before the Kickstarter ends, because I really want to play test it. This has been a game that has been developed for the last 6-7 years, and it started out being called Dungeons and Drinking. And we've created this awesome system where we could also, our stamina would be a bottle of beer. And then we developed further and further and further on this like huge, cool setup where I've translated into a Alethrion board game. So let's see that. Let me just open up. Let me just find it first. All right. 2 seconds. All right, so these cards are work in progress. They will be more worked through in the final game, of course. But here is the ones I'm planning to make a video about. So here we have Gaia, and of course there are like a whole rule set, which I can also show. But right now, like the steel ability and the fireball has their own rules and their own functions. But that will be for another time. So we have Gaia. Amaranth. The artwork will be different and the layout will be different, of course, but these are what I'm planning to use in the video. A little Vito here, self-damage on attacks, but he has an extra attack and fireball, yeah. Then we have Alethrion's Greed. We also have Tira here, Fascinating Song plus 1 damage, a little Wilhelm here. We also have Ken, sneak attack, dodge, 1 extra ability. Then we, so these are some of the examples, but there are 25 different, let me just get you back here. There are 25 different, which one should we put? Look at this guy maybe. There's 25 different characters and different scenarios of the characters, but I'm planning to make 25 of the Alethrion characters, but also that has each different stats that you can use. And then also I'm gonna make some cards where you can combine it themselves. So for example, a card that is a zombie that has one thing, and then a class. So a race and a class basically. So a card that's a zombie, for example, and then a barbarian. Then it would have like a unique stats for that. And then, for example, a dwarf, warrior would have other stats, etc. Yeah, but basically I'm gonna make a video about that. So thanks for asking. That was great. I'm gonna go back to the questions. Where did you go? Here. All right. So do you have any questions for that? Yeah. So Protoman asks if I'm gonna touch the law on the governments in the world. I've briefly touched on it in the Choose Their Path episodes, but I can talk to you about it here. It's basically in the lore and the World Bible, but I would have to, like, I considered making it like a Kickstarter pledge, a tier to have like a world book. But simply, like last time, we spent so much of the budget to make the merchandise. So right now, I would see how the Kickstarter goes, and if it becomes like a big success, then I will consider adding like World Bible and lore. But right now, as it looks, I think that that's gonna be for after the campaign, unless it becomes super successful. Yeah, so share the campaign and and let's make this thing happen. Yeah, for the governments, sorry, back to that. The governments of Alethrion, I briefly touched on that subject in the Choose Their Path episodes, which were like made, like we made them very fast because it was a very low budget and we needed it to be done every month. But we have Sylvia and Tatiana, who are actually studying in Arist, one of the cities of Alethrion, where all the rich people and the important people live. And they are educated in one of the first like universities of Alethrion, and what they basically want to do is civilize the world. They want to get this the Arist infrastructure. They want to spread that out into the different worlds, and it's this huge dragon that are leading the city and has a lot of power. So basically what they're doing, they're treasure hunters who are, they're trying to find Alethrion's treasure. They're trying to find Humun, the old god who created the humans. They're trying to find all these old artifacts. But Sylvia and Tatiana are a little bit split in what they want. Tatiana is really wants this to happen so she can have a lot of power and something to say in the new world. And Sylvia is a little bit more loose, and when she meets Mick and Ken, it's she questions why they're doing this whole thing. Stefano Stancano, he's planning on submitting, just hearing about it. Submitting to what, Stefano? I'm not sure. Like Kickstarter, Patreon, subscribing to YouTube. But yeah, basically, I keep this universe growing, so it's just great to have you here. It's definitely because of you that we've been able to make this whole world. Yeah. What do we have more? So Maxwell Davidson asks if I'm gonna submit this to Netflix. I mean, as long as I can keep this on an online community, I think that's very much more fun. I can have the power to make the episode, to shape it as I want, and also be in contact with the community. And it just brings me a lot of joy to see all of you guys comment and be able to make stuff like this. But let's see how it goes. If I can't make the episodes, I would definitely consider growing the project. But right now, where I am now, I'm just really happy to be continuing this project. Yeah. So Nastagal says that you tweeted your character design, the character design entry. I liked it. You liked it, but didn't reach it. Does it still count? Yes, it counts. I'm planning on retweeting as many as possible, but when I like it means that I've seen it, and and it's because I also want to comment on the different drawing contest entries, because I'm just so happy you have been spending time on making your awesome designs. So my plan is to go in and comment on as many as possible, and then I'm gathering them, and then after the first, we're gonna find some cool new ones. I think actually, should we look at some of them? I'm just gonna check some of the designs out. Let's do that. It's really funny. I hope it works when I'm just like dragging myself down here. It's pretty funny. All right, let's go here. Oh yeah, so Sammy, this is one of my old classmates. She's super sweet and she loves dragons. She submitted this one. Really beautiful, so beautiful. Created a sweet disaster duo for Alethrion Concept of Season 2. Meet Malette the warrior and her little friend Asui the mage. Being best friends, together they embark on a journey to visit places where their talents can be helpful to those that need them. Oh man, how cool is that? Looks beautiful and so well rendered. And I could just imagine these characters are like a cool duo. Like the Asui, he's like riding this Mallet dino, and he's like, no, we're going this way. And the Mallet's like, nope, we're going this way, as I told you. It's like, oh man. Yeah, that would be a fun following. Let's see if there are other ones. I'm just gonna see Alethrion. Yeah, here we have Brother Mainz. If you're following the Kickstarter campaigns, you can see in the updates I'm always doing like a research update with Brother Mainz here. And his little squire. Oh, actually this is cool. Now we're on Twitter, now I can't stop talking about this stuff. So I met Joshua Beveridge, like one of the... he was the animation lead on Into the Spider-Verse. And it was so cool to meet him, and he had seen Tales of Alethrion, and that was awesome. So we were hanging out, and he showed how they made that movie, and I was just so cool that he was inspired by that, and he was a super nice guy. Okay, but yeah, what a cool film, man! What a cool film. Here we have Gar and Ruck. So Gar and Ruck. Good luck pronouncing the nouns. Well, I got the chance to do that there. Gar, Ruck. Together, Garrock. As you can see, Ruck is a wannabe witcher that wants to explore all the lands of land, learn new magic and study runes with his little pest ghost. Yeah, so I guess that he's like this... he has like witcher skills, so I guess he's looking for magical scrolls. He's kind of like, maybe he was a pirate once, or like on a boat of a pirate in a prison. And then he was possessed by this ghost who was super lazy and is now following him. He's like, why don't you just read it the other way down? He's like, God, I've been doing this for an hour. Why didn't you say anything before? Yeah. What do we have here? That's cool. Then we have, what is happening here? Brainstorm with Anthia's help and ready to take the roads of Alethrion. Oh, these are cool. There's a lot of blood going on here. It's like sliced off. Oh yeah, but they're cool. I imagine that it's the barrel guy and the lizard. Really cool entry as well. Okay. What stories could be told here? I could imagine the background of a scene. This barrel is just rolling, like with this guy. And then you see like this... lizard guy crawling and the chameleon guy crawling after him. Yeah, that could also be fun. Alethrion, here's my intro to into the drawing challenge, The Traveling Friends, Muppet and Co. I'm excited for Season 2. Muppet and Co. Oh yeah, that's also interesting. Of course, he's smoking. I wonder how he's gonna reach that cigarette with his finger. Maybe it's a magical cigarette called the ever-smoking cigarette. And maybe Ko is the one, he's definitely a mage. We need more mages in Alethrion. They're a rare species, a rare kind. Oh, but also a cool duo. And this guy, looks like they're both almost blind. Oh, that's nice. Thanks for all your entries. Alright, but there's so many good ones. It's always exciting. This guy, he did like, it's Lucas. Big Blue Dragon, who's also in the comments right now. He did like a close-up, just like we have in with Brun and Vito and Wilhelm and Alethrion, like a close-up of the character. So it looks like this, and then we zoom in. And I guess he's a monk ninja kind of guy. Oh yeah. All right. So yeah, everybody definitely got a look on those, and yeah. But let's take some more comments. I don't know what you guys have been saying while I've been in here. So I cried like Quake Swan Lee says I cried like a baby when I watched your animation. Thank you for the beautiful work. Thank you for watching. Oh yeah. Big Blue Dragon. The names are funny because they can be read in both directions and sound the same. Okay, now I have to check that out. Hubert and Bepi. Ibeb. Tembo. I don't know. Oh, the Infinity Cigarette. Yeah. Okay, so Nazgul 100 says the neck is long. Muppet can just bend it downwards properly. Ko's only job is to light the sick. Yes, Willcomer. Yeah, there are some really good, and there are many more. I mean, just if we look at if you guys would be interested in seeing some more of these drawings, let me know. But here we have a lot more. Like these are under tag posts on Instagram. So remember, if you just do the hashtag, it's great. But if you also tag the picture, then it gets in here, so I can see them. This one is really cool. We have like, I wonder if you can still see me. Yeah, you can. So we have these cool little lizard creatures here. I imagine okay, let's read first. This is my entry in the character design contest. Vipermint and Viperminta. They are creatures who hide in the bushes and trick travelers to think they are candy. When they get too close, they stab them, of course. Rogues. Viperminta is very kind, and she doesn't like to hunt. One day, when she was strolling in the forest, she was ambushed and bitten by a traveler. No! You can see that here. She managed to grab some of his hair. When her brother knew about it, he swore that he will search the attacker and hunt him down. She described the attacker as a human with orange hair and a staff. Vito. They are both now adventuring in the world, searching for the attacker and searching for a cure to Viperminta's half-eaten candy. So Vito is part of their story. That is exciting. Yeah, but I also could imagine these two, like they're like, we have like the dragons in this world that some of the heroes can just beat them down. So maybe the dragons are a little bit scared of heroes because after the heroes started to appear, dragons might be a very threatened species. So maybe these are children of dragons that are traveling around together. If it's like Glenn and Yana, they're outsiders in this world who are a rare species. That would be cool. But yeah, they could meet Glenn and Yana. Yeah, but there's so many cool ones. I'm just gonna take like some questions and let me know in the comments if you would like to see some more of these drawings. Then we go back. So Black Tudor asks, is the card game like D&D or like Magic the Gathering? Well, okay, we're back at the card game. So let me just explain a little bit about the card game. I'm gonna make a video about this as well, but basically the idea is that every round you're a new character. Of course, you can also get a character, but usually if you play it correctly, the ones playing around the table are rolling randomly what characters they get. And it's a dice game, basically. Your card will tell you what your character are and who the character is and what they can do. If you're playing with the characters of Alethrion, then it will be specific things they can do. If you're playing like with cards that are randomly generated, then you can take like for example, a human and mix it with a fighter, and then it will be specific for that. They will have different stats. But basically, you're sitting around the table and you want your life points to survive. So if you're against everyone, you might be the first one to die. So it's a good idea to team up with some of the others. But in the end, you will have to beat each other because there can be only one winner unless everybody spends their abilities. Then at the moment it's a draw, but it could be an extra rule. But then basically you have abilities. So for example, the rogue have a chance of dodging the mage, the wizard's fireball, and the fighters can plus on the dices, the cleric can minus on the dices, the bard can switch around, and then you can team up and make like a good team against the others. So it's basically a game that works fun if you are like playing it just with your friends, but also fun if you are like in a tavern and playing against the others with beer. Yeah, so but I'm planning on making a video, and it's gonna be this is more like a fighting game, like so it's more like a board game where the fight game could be cool to integrate in something because it's like a fight system, but it could also be interesting to integrate it with some role playing at some point. Right now we've been playing it, me and my friends, and it's really fun. Yeah. Yeah. So that was a little bit about the board game again, and the early version is gonna be the Kickstarter, because that's also where it's gonna be the audience will be tested, and we can get it out, and that's really how we can see this game become a thing, and then later it could For example, if you're backing it on the Kickstarter, then if it becomes like if it develops and updates, then I'm sure that we can figure something out that the ones who got the Kickstarter one can get it much cheaper later. Or even again, it depends on how it goes. But I just had this thing of like, I would love to see this game happen. How cool would it be to have these characters as cards and make this game? So couldn't help it. It's the same with the role-playing book and the art books and the series. It's just like, whoa, this would be so cool. Yeah. Which tavern is the most well-known in the world of Alethrion? Hosin Riot asks. Thanks for being active on the Facebook, Hosin, as well. Well, the tavern might be the Golden Goose of Arist, or it could be probably. I think the most cool tavern. We should name that here and right and now, because I think it could be the Blade of Alethrion, and that tavern could be where all that could be like in the area of the map. Let's open the map. I have it here. No, I didn't have. I have it here. Can you still see me actually on the? Yes, you can. Good. So let's open the map. So here we have the map of Alethrion. Oh, can I zoom in? That would be nice. It's bad quality right here. All right, but that's fine. I'm gonna open up a better map. Let's just do this. Map. Where is the map? Here we go. So here we have the map, and what?
People are coming up with some good stuff, I think.
What are they saying? What are the questions saying?
Just now there's the Skjald.
Yeah.
Flagon Wagon.
Oh yeah. Good. Come with suggestions. I'm gonna read.
Okay.
Yeah.
We need more.
The Skjald. We have to write these tavern names down. Maybe we should start an episode with it, or make like a webcomic where the heroes are meeting there. I mean, how cool would it be if Critical Role knew about Tales of Alethrion? Man, that would be cool. Like, they're so hardcore role-playing gamers, and I've tried to like reach out like, hey, check this Tales of Alethrion out. I think it would be cool if they saw it. Hi, Sammy Torres. We saw your drawing on Twitter just before. Let me just see the Skjald. Man, I hope we can see all these comments after the video is over. We have to like screenshot all these cool comments.
Yeah, I will take note of.
Whoops. All right, but we have the map here. That was where we came from. And keep coming with cool ideas for the tavern, because we need the most epic tavern in the world right now. So and I think we should place it here, right here in Mol. Mol is the place. We have Heroes Port here, where all the heroes are traveling over when they go on vacation or if they retire. When they have done traveling the whole world of Alethrion, then they go over here to Mol. And Mol is a place where if you have done heroic deeds, like Brun and his four family and Vito and Wilm, all these guys, then you can go here and have like an awesome time, because you have gotten so much money and fame, and it's basically rock stars in Hollywood and all this stuff, where they go and chill. So maybe here in Heroes Port, you have like this most famous tavern where people come to get the most epic of quests and bounties to travel out. And I think we should name that tavern now. That would be cool. All right, I need to see what you're writing again. Sorry for like having like this. I don't know how I can watch the comments without having this up here. Swallow's Tail, Skjald. And we know Skjald means bard, so that's pretty good. Skjald. Halla. That's Vito, his favorite bar. Nomad Snook. That's good. We have Alcors Array. The Beard of Alethrion. Yeah, that's the Beard of Alethrion. Are you writing these down? Yeah. We should have these. Okay, then I don't have to write.
I'm trying to.
Throw away the weed, man. It's the police. Oh. All right. Are you making another episode right now? Well, right now I'm focusing on the Kickstarter, obviously, and I'm doing a YouTube video. But I'm planning on the next. But at the same time, there are also some people interested in doing the feature film, which I'm actually planning on making in the same universe of Alethrion, but it takes place 700 years later. So I might update you on that later. That would be super cool. So maybe we should do some drawing, actually. There was also a cool little shipping here that one of my old students, Maria, sent in. I'm gonna post this, but she sent this to me, and I always like to see young Vito and Wilhelm, because they had an amazing bromance. Yeah. All right, so. All right, let's do some art. What background should we take? Should we take this background? Or should we take this background? Yeah, blue or green? Let me hear you in the comments. The green dragon is also good. Draw the lizard. The tavern should be named Work, so I can tell the wives they're going to work. Nazgul, that is brilliant. They go in there to get their beer and a game of chess with the other heroes, and then they're like, should we go kill this dragon? They're like, we should gather a team. Are you almighty? Yes, I am. Okay, let's go. What's your name? Brun. Blue. That's blue. Green. Okay, we're taking the blue. Then now's the question, what should I draw? This is gonna be the last part of the video, but this has been so fun. I'm definitely gonna do more live videos. Thank you so much, guys. But what characters should I draw? Somebody says the lizards, and the awesome lady wizard. That's Gaia, the nymph. She's great. Maybe we should have the blend meeting Gaia. I think that's a good idea, because it's Vito's child and she's pregnant with Vito's children, so that's pretty good. Yeah, you can totally submit more drawings, perfect divot, and also co-produce with a friend. The whole point of this drawing is just to get you guys to draw and also learn about the world of Alethrion. Sammy will of course have me draw a dragon. I'm not surprised, Sammy. Sammy is like the dragon queen of Denmark. She does amazing stuff. Yeah. Actually, there's so many cool artists. I'm meeting with Pernille Ørum tomorrow. We're gonna make a little YouTube video together. She's also a good friend and super talented. Willem is also good. Vito's children. Oof. You have so many good suggestions. I'm gonna just start. So let's do that. Normally, like when I do a sketch like this, I would love to do it in Procreate, just because it's a nice new program that is super nice to sketch in. I really love it. So, oh, why is it not? Okay, good. All right, so we have like cheated a little bit. We have a background, and just gonna make it a little bit transparent so we can see what we're doing. I'm gonna do a little sketch. All right, so first of all, it's always a good idea to get your colors ready. We don't want to mess up their colors, so I'm just gonna find Gaia and Blen. I think I'm gonna draw Gaia and Blen. Does anybody not want me to draw that? I think draw the dragon from the first hero. That would be huge. Yeah, maybe we should have them fighting the dragon. So many people are asking about Vito's children, Gaia, Blen, and dragon. So I think I'm gonna do something in between that. All right. But first I'm gonna find the characters because I need them as a reference for the colors. Let's find some character designs. Yeah. While I open up the pre-production package, let me just show my beautiful face. Can do myself even bigger. Yes. Yes. Look at this close-up. All right, I'm just gonna find it. Okay, so I am almost ready with the designs here. We have blend designs here. What are they saying?
It's just a lot of good names.
Write them down. We need those tavern names. I'm gonna mention the best one in the ending of this video.
There's so many. Names.
Man, after this, I actually have like I have an interview, like a blog podcast thing from Newgrounds. So I'm going straight from this over to like a Newgrounds interview. Good old Newgrounds. Let's see if we can squeeze Tankman in again somewhere. Maybe in like a wall painting or something. Okay, so I'm too focused on your comments right now. That's why it's taking so long. I'm gonna find them now. Let's take Blen here. He's there. Coffee. And let's also... Hey, how many are actually watching right now? Slam that like button.
134.
Woo! 144 watching. Woo! Smack that like button. That's a like button. That's what I hear other people who are doing this live saying. Oh, they say smash like button. You can smack it or like it or smack it. So Why am I taking my time with this so hard? Okay, here we go. Concept. Sorry for making you guys wait. Yeah, here we go. All right. My beautiful face will get smaller again now. I don't know. I mean, you can comment and say if you don't find it beautiful, but that's okay with me. So here we have the colors. And let's rasterize these layers. It's because you guys are here, I'm taking my time here. Normally this would be like a snap with the fingers. Root. Bye, Vito. Let's put it here. And root. Let's put blend here. Yeah. All right. So now I'm gonna do my sketch, but first I'm gonna check what you guys are saying. Ooh, the Dark Road Tavern would be a good name for one in some place shady and dangerous. That's from by Fernthurlian. That's even harder to say than Alethrion. Let's bank that like button. Yeah, I wish I could smash it more than once. I was the 5th like smacker. Hello, brother. Double King by Felix Colgrave. I will check that out. Double King. I'll check that out. Oh, beautiful logo popping up on my screen. Hey, do you like my new logo for Skjald? Check it out. Comment on it. It's obviously Bart Skjald, but in fact it's Wilhelm. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I've seen this one. It's beautiful. I have seen this. Yeah. That's such a nice one. 25 million views. They're beating me by a mile. Alright, but now back to this. I just want to check out how you guys were doing. So let's do a little sketch. And will you throw out some comments if they come? Then I can comment there.
Yeah, I just have to see if there's more names for the tavern.
Yeah, but just let me know if there are some comments coming.
I can find that later.
Yeah. All right.
But it's good. Okay.
I think I'm gonna make a little sketch up here first. So we're gonna have like, I think we're gonna have Glenn going over here to Jana looking up, and she's not Jana, Gaia, while she's like looking up like this, maybe, and she's pregnant, and he's like, whoa, what's happening? And then we have this huge dragon from the first hero. Yeah, that would be a cool drawing. And some fire coming up. I'm pretty sure the eyes are far out on that dragon. I remember animating that dragon flying around. It was the first thing we did for the first hero. We did it as like both at the beginning of the show, but also we also did it as like the teaser for the show. Hey, thank you guys so much for staying with me for so long. It's turning into a pretty long video, but I'm having such a blast here, so thanks for that. So here we have the dragon. Yeah, the eyes out here, so let's put them there. So here we have it here. We're gonna put the eyes here. Yeah, I think that's a nice little drawing. Let's do that. So first a sketch. We're gonna put them here. Blend. he's gonna be afraid. So I changed the blend design. If you like, the ones who have been following this project for a long time might have noticed a change in the blend design, and that's simply because the old design, which you can easily find on Google, I'm sure, how to live stream. Oh man, yeah. But I wanted to check out the new functions of YouTube, so that's why that was there. Hey, somebody else is called Blend. Dang it! I thought I could just find a blend like this, but yeah. Alethrion is a niche. It has fan community, but as you see with the old designs, he had like a much longer beak. Oh, why is this so small? Come on, man. Well, you can see him here. He has like a much longer beak or like nose or whatever, but he looked so much like a lizard. So I wanted to make him more human. That's why he had the redesign. I hope you like it, because he got like a little nose for his design, and he's like here, ooh, what's happening? And he's gonna hug Gaia. So we're making a little bit of like a gesture where he's like squeezing over here. He's gonna hold on to her. Because he's still pretty small. Maybe at this point he doesn't even know. He hasn't. Maybe he's met Vito, but doesn't know that it's his dad. Or maybe he hasn't met Vito yet because he's out doing adventure or something, and then he meets Gaia. But the problem with his journey is that maybe, just maybe, Blen is looking for Vito, and Tira is looking for Wilhelm. So maybe there's some interesting meetups there. We'll wait and see. So let's just make sure that he's becoming a little small guy here. Here's I'm up here. Yeah. And then we have Gaia here. She's a little bit bigger. She's calm because she has a lot of magic and power. So this is just a rough. If some of you are like, hey.
Ja. Det du tegner op i højre side, det kan man ikke se.
Oh, thanks. Let me just change my... You can see it? You can see it in the live stream?
No.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Can I see how it looks?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you will. Okay, yeah.
Oh, okay, it's because I zoomed in.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, can you say if there are some questions because I can't read while I'm doing this?
That one, Kohlschlager asks, are you shipping physical rewards out of country? If so, is the shipping included with the pledge price?
Yes, the Kickstarter does like this. It's super expensive to ship, but when you pledge, there will be the shipping cost will be right there. And the thing about the shipping is that if it's over 2 kilos, I'm from Denmark, so I'm using kilos, then it's much more expensive. So that's why the rewards with a lot of content has like a bigger shipping, because the shipping is just so crazy.
Okay, nu forstår jeg, hvad han mener, ham der skrev det. Den der lille tegning oppe i venstre side, den kan man ikke se. Men,
okay.
Så bare du ved, hvis du kommer for langt
kan du se det nu?
Ja, du tegner det over til højre, kan man godt se.
Okay.
Bortset fra lige toppen af håret. Men, but it's cool. People are just sweet.
What are they saying?
They're just, please stream more often, you sweet, beautiful boy.
Yeah, it's not rare. It's not often you see me with glasses, but I've been in front of the screen this whole day, so I put the glasses on to save my eyes. Basically, it's green glasses. Except for in the Kickstarter video, you've seen that where I'm studying. That's my researcher glasses. Where do I have them? Ah, dang it! I thought I had my researcher glasses here. That's when I'm studying the Tales of Alethrion.
Oh yeah, and somebody asks, please tell me, Sammy Torres.
Yeah.
Please tell me how it was meeting John Musker.
Oh.
At Via, and he was the sweetest guy.
Yeah. So let's just real fast show that. So I was this weekend to something called the Animation Day, which is I guess like a master class for animators, where I hanged out with, as you saw, Joshua from Into the Spider-Verse, but also show this thread. Also, John Musker, who directed some of my biggest inspirations from when I was a kid. The Great Mouse Detective from Disney, Little Mermaid from Disney, Aladdin, Hercules, Frog Princess, Princess Moana. And here we are. Look at those handsome boys. Yee! I'm like, hey! And he's like, yo! Hey! I'm standing with my water. Like, if you need it, you can have some of my water. And he's like, no worries. No worries. You'll need it. But what a sweet man. He had some cool stories. He was going to the same class as like Tim Burton and all these, and he told this funny anecdote where Tim Burton had his wisdom tooth removed, and then he had come into class and just taken all this like stuff you put in the mouth. He was taking it out, and then he was going around to the different animation desk and just was bleeding out on people like. Yeah, so there was some fun stories there. But look at this! How cool it is this? Legends are meeting. We're going to retired Mol, the town I just told you about on the map. Yeah, let's get back to the drawing. We only have the sketch. Yeah, sorry for this taking so long. I'm like thinking so much about like you guys' comments as well. So I'm just gonna put these guys here, a little bit further down. I think this is nice. We have a sketch. They're in a like good position there. Then we need our dragon. My inspiration for this drawing will be Jurassic Park. This is like when it's sniffing the children. And yeah, here we have it. His teeth are gonna be very gross. They're gonna be outside of the lips even. Yeah, and it's like the tongue is trying to taste blend. Yeah, I guess it's like in the second Jurassic Park where he's like looking for his child, and it looks. I think it's in the second Jurassic Park. Like the first one is like one of the best movies ever made. That is such a good movie. Make a shout out if you like Jurassic Park, everyone. Oh, I'm feeling like a YouTuber now. It's great. Oh man, thank you all so much for watching the stream. It's awesome. This is gonna be a beautiful drawing. It took a little bit longer to get started, but you had wonderful questions. And then up here we're gonna have an eye. Can I just hear if you do you like videos like this where I draw? It's gonna be much more beautiful than this, of course. But just to hear if I should make more videos like this, especially for the patrons, because I want to find out stuff that can come out more regularly. Yeah, so let me know what you think of that. What are they saying?
I just jumped in the comments. One says, the LT Ducks says, oh, that's a question. Are you a fan of Leica animation?
Oh yeah.
Seem to meet anyone into their stuff, even though it's so unique.
I really like Leica stuff. My favorite one was the I was about to say Frankenweenie, but that's not the name. It's the one with zombies. Come on, Mikkel. This is the problem with life. It's come on, you know which one I'm thinking of. Let me just check in the comments.
It will be up.
Yeah, that was called not the Frankenweenie, but Paranorman. That one is my favorite. I really like the feel of Paranorman. That's like really cool. I love Dungeons and Dragons. I love old horror films. I love zombies, and this one is just so funny and has like this kind of like Evil Dead, Ash versus Army of Darkness kind of vibe, which I really like because it's also, it's for a young audience, but it doesn't treat it like a young audience, and I think that is super cool. Coraline was also great, but I like Paranorman more. And then I have actually, there was a Danish animator who worked on the Kuba, with the strings. Kuba and the strings of, whatever. But that was also a cool film. That was a great film. Wasn't so much into the ending, but fair enough. Actually, I'm just gonna switch to another brush here because I like when it doesn't have pressure when I'm cleaning up. So I'm going to then have like more control. This is a too thick line. I'm gonna do it a little bit smaller. Let's make a super thin line so it becomes like a quality thing here. Yeah, so he has like a little jacket on. He should also have his little backpack on, actually. I'm just gonna add that here. Yeah, so since it's live, we're just gonna do this a little bit fast, but try to make it as pretty as possible.
There was a shout out to the Jurassic Park when you said Till was like, "Rah!" Jurassic Park.
Yeah, what a cool film.
There's well, we can take this question.
Yeah.
Is Meljuruk asking, oh hey, when Amarath found Alethrion's body, she realized that he never came back because he died trying to stop the evil he created.
So it's not Alethrion's body. Let me make one thing clear about Rudin. He is sent out by the gods, by the deities, because they predict that a great evil will arrive. When this bottle is destroyed in traveling deity in the beginning. That's something that's not supposed. It's a bad idea, and that's not supposed to be out in the world. And that goes to find Alethrion. And like this, if you're like super deep into the lore, you'll know that it's because Alethrion stops the Kartoffel from making everything into sand, but something happens there because he kills a deity, and that's not natural, and all these things. But I would say that the little guy was trying to stop Alethrion, Rudin, and then he was captured in the bottle that was supposed to capture Alethrion's greed. So Alethrion just caught him inside of this bottle, and then he was put in Alethrion's backpack. and then Amarath found it. So it's basically like going through your ex-boyfriend stuff or ex-girlfriend, and then finding some stuff that you never knew was there. Some dark secrets, always fun to find. A lot of D&D campaigns would be like this. You have found an old letter from a dead colleague, and he tells you to go seek these ancient ruins. And there we go. We have a campaign. So this was like in the period that followed after Alethrion and Amarath's breakup. She needed this. Oh, power. Thank you so much for staying with me for so long.
Of course.
Will you turn on the lights? It's getting dark here.
Yeah.
Oh, what a beautiful sky.
Yeah.
It's like super pink here. We like purple and pink. All right, so let's work a little bit on Gaia. So you can see I've drawn like a super rough expression. It's because I know the characters, but I just wanted to like post them first and not think about them being a model because I already know.
I think you need to put to adjust the camera a bit.
For me?
No, that's fine. But in Photoshop in screen recording.
What am I doing?
It's just it's a bit cut off in the top. So
I'll just make it down further here.
Yeah, precisely. I think that's better.
Okay.
We will see in a second.
She's gonna be like, oh, a monster, back in the game. Let me just put a nice head here. Yeah, so she's like a druid nymph Gaia here. That's why she has these horns. We can imagine some weird creature, some weird kids from Vito. Somebody asked me to draw the kids here. I actually already do have some of the children designs. Let me know what you think. I think that we could show some of them here, some old designs. If you think some of them are nice, let me know, because then we can play around with them. Let me just see if we have some of them in here. Work in progress. Let's see. Here we have some ideas for the kids. Let me know if some of these are interesting to you, because we are going to design, of course, the kids. I planned on getting them a lot of kids, but I think for the next episodes we might not go with so many. You can see a little cute nymph Vito here, Gaia Vito, and a little bit of a dog here, cute little one here. Some older ones. This is if many years pass. So let me know what you think of those, and let me know in the comments. Let me just check.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Like a Gaia question.
Yeah.
Cold Hazard is asking, what type of nymph is Gaia?
Well, Gaia is one of those creatures that were created by the gods. This is something I haven't used in the stories yet, but in the Forest of Inspiration, basically the biggest part of the mainland over here is Forest of Inspiration. And the idea about this forest is that one of the old deities is still in the mainland, and he's hiding inside of this forest, and he loves his creatures. He's in love with all the creatures, so he tries to keep civilization out of his forest. And some of his creatures are living in the outer skirts of the forest, and that's, for example, Gaia, who is this nymph druid kind of creature. And his creatures are very beautiful, they're very powerful, but they don't move into the world as much. Gaia is like a specific case, but she's a creation of one of these deities in here. that lives in the very inside of the forest, but it's very rare people get inside of the forest, and nobody has met this deity except for his creations, because people go crazy or turn into animals or creatures. So it's a highly magical forest up here. Yeah, but we haven't had an opportunity to tell a story in that forest yet.
When you show the children, you need to the top is like cut off a little bit, so they.
Why is it cut off? Is it me?
I don't
Maybe
know. Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe just
Oh, it's my fault. I failed my save.
No. Just make it a normal screen.
I think this is good.
It is.
Like now you can see the full screen.
Okay.
Damn it! I was moving on the.
But then maybe show the children again.
Okay, so here we have the children. Sorry for that. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna look a little bit about the look on the children. Boom. 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 Shaboom. So here's some of them. This was when me and Kenneth were making the Wilhelm's Curse. We actually had a scene with Vito's children, but it was taken out for later. Yeah, so let me know. But now we have to get back to the drawing. Elsewhere, this could be a long video. Yeah. Yeah.
They're excited about the children. They like them.
Can I hear what some of they say to the children?
They say, top left girl is cute. And I like the top left. Oh my god, little Vito. Stuff like they said. And they are all pretty adorable.
That's so nice. Gaia is such a cool character. I really look forward to see more. It's funny that the voices are done in different periods of life, right? So Mira from The Reward was my ex-girlfriend Nunne, who was still my very, very good friend. But Gaia here was my actual girlfriend who did the voices for her. So that's a fun little fun fact. Both super awesome voices. I really like them. And of course, Kenneth is doing the voice for Wilhelm, and I'm doing the voice for Vito. And Glenn as well, actually, because the family. Let's see how we're doing out here.
Yeah, and then there's just some more tavern names. Good ones.
What tavern names do we have?
We have a lot, but just the latest are the Malt Mainz.
The Malt Mainz.
Yeah, like
nice.
Spelled like your name.
Mainz. Actually, the new character, Brother Mainz from the Kickstarter updates. Let's just check him out. He is just a beast. He is such a fun character. Actually, let's first look at him. I'm sorry, I know I'm doing this all the time with like jumping out of drawing and back in, but it's just too much fun stuff I want to talk with you guys about. Are there any questions in the comments, by the way?
Not right now.
So here we have Brother Mainz and his squire Quentzu, and me and Kenneth, we were sitting and drawing at a cafe the other day. And we're coming up with ideas for these characters, and I really love this duo. And they're sitting and researching the story in Alethrion, so they're sitting with their papers and their books and their old lore infos, right? So inside of the updates, each update, I just want to read up one of the updates. For example, today we have this brother Mainz. He's like, I have found a portal to another dimension. There are voices there. Should I seek answers? I dare not place my foot inside. Nay, I must. I believe this must be where some of the forgotten details rest. I have questions. Maybe, just maybe, they will listen. So that's the update for today on the Kickstarter update. And I have so much fun researching Alethrion. And for example, the first one was also fun. It was this one. Brother Mainz research log number 1. The bard's lute is once again heard in the Forest of Inspiration. Many have listened in on his tales about the strange characters connected to Alethrion's map, but did he ever sing about how it all ended? I began my research and started to study everything I could find about the lands of Alethrion. Apparently, Alethrion was a hero. They say he was the first hero to clean up in the chaos that followed after the creation wars. A silly war between the deities where they tried to beat each other in who could make the best creations, resulting in monsters, dangerous landscapes, magic, etc. After years of Alethrion's heroic deeds, he suddenly disappeared. The people named the lands after him in honor of his memory. But in my research, I have learned that his glorious reputation had a darkness that was erased from the common history books. Alethrion was the richest man to ever live and carried a dark curse. I need to dig deeper. What was this darkness inside of him? What is waiting in the so-called Alethrion's lair at the X on the map? Some of the other characters I have come across in my studies must be the key to the answers. But who? So I love making Brother Mainz research updates. The second one was a little bit longer, but that was because he needed to talk about Tira. So just like an introduction of that. My research have revealed secrets that I know will shake the world. But before I share further, I have to tell about a secret, really important character in this puzzle. Her name is Tira, and she was the only child of an unlikely couple consisting of the worshipped hero Brun and the fierce Ducklade Mira. Brun left Mira before Tira was born, but that is a tale for another day. After many weeks of gathering my notes on this topic, I came to the conclusion that the famous hero who goes by the name Wilhelm killed Mira. I am not completely certain why yet, but I believe she tried to steal Alethrion's treasure map from him. Tira witnessed her mother cut off 2 of Wilhelm's fingers before she was pierced by his sword and pushed into certain death. I imagine that silence followed after the battle, only disturbed by a faint disco beat that could be heard from the upper levels of the city of Dralok. Tira, only 6 years at the time, had frozen in the window for some time before she went down to the battleground. She picked up Wilhelm's fingers and swore revenge. All that she now desired was to train and become stronger than her mother and one day kill Wilhelm. She was raised by Mira's gang members, Oroth and Sid, but Mira had been their mountain, their queen, and their mother, and this role was now missing. As time went by, Tira took over her mother's role as the gang leader and got a lot of things to deal with during her teenage years. She started to forget about Wilhelm and needed to figure out who she was. But destiny is a stubborn old hag, and Wilhelm would soon be part of her story again. Yeah, so this is Brother Mainz talking, and I love how and some J-pop drawings from 2 weekends ago. So, back to the drawing. Let me just check the questions, sorry. Do you like? I was just... this goes so fast, the updates. Hell, they're the greatest animator on it. Yeah.
Do you want a question?
Yeah, I want a question while I'm drawing, because elsewhere I'm just gonna get lost.
Okay. The Elemental Haven asks, I was wondering why you chose not to include any English dialogue in the series yet.
Well, we tried dialogue in the reward. we did on the reward, and it was really funny. We both had voiceover as Vito and Wilhelm as Epic, when they're sitting as old and talking about the glorious stories from when they were young. But then, and it was pretty funny. I remember this old voiceover who was saying when they high five, "The bus of friendship was in our hands." But it just turned the movie into like you lost a lot of you. It wasn't as including as it is now. And then we also tried with dialogue. But then the episodes became way too fast. Like I don't imagine you could imagine the episodes of Alethrion with voice, but it was just like it went so fast, and we really like to be able to make expressions in the animations, so we decided to go for that. Yeah, so that's basically why it started, and then later it was also a good idea because we had Kickstarter backers from all over the world, and it was hard to figure out how to translate it. If we went for all English, then we would also exclude some. So it was a fun format that was created there. As you noticed here, when I have like this, now I know I've been a lot away from the drawing as well, but I'm trying to show that I'm actually drawing a lot like a pencil stroke. So when we clean for animation, some of the animations are actually pretty rough, but it looks still pretty artsy because it's kind of like a painted stroke. It's not like that, but it's more like a nice flow in the line. So that's what we try to keep the line in the drawing like that. So he's trying to get his hand up here, tracking. Yeah. So are there other questions?
Yeah, there's somebody just trying to...
It goes really fast.
Yeah.
Super nice, guys. Is this video too long, or is it okay with this format? I just need to know for next time I do like a live video for you guys. Yeah, you can just answer when you have. And then,
but somebody, I lick dogs asks.
I lick dogs.
Yeah.
Nice.
Who makes the hyper-realistic close-ups of the characters' faces, or do you make them yourself?
We've had several different people doing that. The first one was Jonas, who was doing backgrounds on the reward episode. Then we also had a drawing competition where we sent out the color board for the close-up, where there was a lot of entries, contests entries. Some of them look like this. I have it right here. Let me just find it under Tales of Alethrion. That's definitely not what I wanted. It's in here. There we go.
People like the length of the movie.
Oh, that's good.
It's great.
So you can see here we had various different art drawings being sent out, and these didn't get into the show, but they were hilarious to get in. You have seen the winner, obviously, which looked like we have it right here, which was this one, right? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so that was actually from a drawing competition that got into the show here. So hilarious. Hey, I'm Alethrion. Yeah.
Ready for another question?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to focus on drawing and dancing at the same time, so if I do mistakes on drawing, it's because I'm trying to focus on two different things here. I actually like to make her drawings, her face a little bit. Do you like her face? Yeah, let me just keep her face. It's pretty. We'll keep it.
Jimmy Stevens asks, what first advice can you give to people trying to follow in your footsteps as an artist?
Well, then you have to, like figure out if you're in it. If you're in it for the money, then don't do what I do. If you're in it for the passion and you're a good storyteller, then do this. Because I've worked on both commercial projects and also these projects. Both are really fun experiences, but if you can earn a lot more by getting into more commercial things. Where this thing here, it's actually pretty hard to make a living on YouTube, and whenever you upload something, what I've been right now, there are a lot of when there are ads on the videos, it also goes to partners, and then also all of a sudden there's like a record label who claim it and these things, and I think it's a little bit hard to navigate around sometimes. But then, for example, something like this, I'm pretty sure that's okay. But it's a whole YouTube is a really, really fun place to be, and for me, I'm really much also doing it because of you guys. That's what I think is awesome. The opportunity to get out to so many people of what you do, and you can show your own face instead of being hidden away. That's really nice. Yeah.
Yeah. One more question?
Yeah.
There's more than one asking if there's a Discord server. Tales of Alethrion.
Oh, that's good you ask. I have created it. I have a Discord server here. So jump in. The king is Mr. Mainz, and nobody's in here yet. But I've created a little general, a little news, a little world and characters, a little Kickstarter, little artwork thingy, some YouTube wishes. Get in here, man. I'm gonna send an invite people link right now. Wait, what do I do? Copy. So where should I put this? I am going to put this right now in the... Oh my god, it's going so fast. I'm gonna put it in the comments now. Boom! Here it is. Join me! Join me! Travelers of Alethrion. Come in here and let's make a forum happen. I love Discord. But there's been... what I wanted to do was to share this link on the Patreon and on the Kickstarter. I'm gonna do that in my next update. But why not already start now? Yeah, so the Discord is here. Come in there and let's start the magic. We need this community to grow. And I also saw that on Reddit, actually it's right now I have to make a new Reddit profile because you can change your profile name in there. And my old studio was the profile name I used to use on the Reddit account. So now I'm gonna make a new Tales of Alethrion in there. Yeah, so basically I've seen there's a forum in there on 64 members and that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Yeah, thanks for getting the Discord question out.
Okay.
Usually this would be a lot faster, but it's because this drawing is huge. So all the lines takes longer to do. Yeah, normally I draw in smaller pictures when I'm doing concepts and stuff like that. This because I want it to be illustrative. Yeah.
Do you want
yeah
one more?
Yeah.
Okay. Fjendhulianen. I can't pronounce that, but he asks, I'm going to borrow a question that someone asked above. Is it possible if we could get an overview of all the different races there are in Alethrion?
Yeah, who asked that?
Somebody earlier, I don't know, but this is
So Fiendholy, yeah, Ian asks whether we can get like a list of races in Alethrion. Basically, I have it ready here already. These are like the main races: human, Ralloc, Collectora, Blueskin, dwarf, gnome, sea folk. There are many more, but these are like the most normal ones. And they are oopsie. Yeah, Blueskins are half monsters, half people. Like they have genes, like a tiefling. Collectoras are lizard people. They're called Collectoras by the people, but normally they're just like lizard folk. They're called Collectoras because they're collecting. They're second-hand kind of creatures that collect things from humans and other races, and then they build new things around them and make magic items out of it. Ralloc frogs are frog creatures. They're poisonous and can resist toxic, so they're very unpopular among other races. It's races like Sid. He was found as an egg when he was small. But also they are like very territorial, so there's places they have, they're just expanding little by little, and that's why people are fighting them. Gnomes are engineers, obviously. Dwarves are highly sophisticated and drink a lot of wine. Of course, we have the humans. In the role-playing book, we also have some descriptions of this. I will just show a little example of that. Where do I have it? Ooh, there's a nice little drawing on the way here with Wilhelm. This is what I'm doing with Pernille Ørum. She's going to draw one of her characters here. Looking forward to see that. She's drawing right now. I finished my part. But yeah, let's find the RPG system. RPG book. I don't know if I should show all of this, but let's see if I have like a... where's the newest one? PDF 19, let's go. Yeah, so you can see some of the races in the role-playing book. Shout out to Tsukiji, who's also in the comments. It's been a big part of this. Here we have some of the different... let's just find some races. A Ralloc frog here, who's fighting a human. Oh, come on. Ralloc frog fighting a human. We also have Blaine and Yana there, lizard people. Let's find some races. There we have some more. A Ralloc frog, a gnome, Collectora, a blueskin. We have humans. We have Ralloc frogs. We have Collectoras. Here he finds a toothbrush, wondering what to use with it. Makes the teeth clean all the time by brushing once.
Yes,
I know.
Mikkel Mainz asks, what's the name of the people from the first hero who tried to pay with potatoes?
Oh, that's the potato people. Yeah, we call them the potato people. Yeah, they're vegetables. They can be eaten. And in the lore, in the lore book, which I showed before, I remember writing this chapter, and it was just like, many years later, these people would cease to exist. They're so hard at like, where is the... why is it zoomed in so much? Let me find that can I... Let me just find it. Okay, I went past it. There we go. So, yeah, Brask is the potato people's village. The city is a huge construction set with the inhabitants, the potato people. I remember correctly. They're called the potato people. They were too poor to finish the city in time. It's still like, it's always under construction. It is a place that has thieves and a nasty smell. The potato people were outcasts of the forest of inspiration because of their thieving and cheating way of life. Like all other vegetable people, they're clumsy because they also have like the coffee people who are like living on the backs of giants and stuff like that. But that's for another day. Like all other vegetable people, they're clumsy and not so clever, which results in themselves in always getting unpopular and in problems when trying to steal or cheat others. The potato people, I spelled this wrong, I can see that. No, I didn't. Okay, people are hard to get rid of because of the fact that they can hide in the ground for years and in the meantime get a ton of new young potato people. Yeah, so that's a race. Noteworthy traits. Over the years, other races have moved in as well, ignoring the newest potato people. Some monsters even come to boil and cook the potato people because they taste like baked potatoes. Yeah, funny people. Okay, I need to finish this drawing, so just throw me questions and then I'll try to not get out of my drawing here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hosting Riot asks.
Yes.
Will we know more about the ancient gods of Alethrion? Those who dies against Alethrion.
Yeah, there are more gods out there in the world. These were just like a group of gods that gathered, and of course they have a lot of lore to them. They also, the mirror is a mysterious thing, right? That's created by them to also show the truth and show secrets. And basically, what they used this for was also in order to not have a bad conscience of messing up the whole world. They created this mirror to also feel good about having created the world in the first place. So they remind themselves of the good they did. But this mirror is magical and tricky, and it plays with it's mysterious mirror that can be used to many things. So let's get these colors up again. But we'll hear more about that. They're really cool lore. I made a whole video just about the gods where I explain about them. Hopefully I'll put that out. But it's a very long video, so right now it's hard to edit, and maybe I should just put it out clean. I just also really wanted to put visuals on. It takes so long for that. Yeah, so... See, here's why ProProduction is... I'm a much bigger fan of ProProduction because they can like close gaps so much easier. I hate closing gaps. Yeah. So, what are people saying?
They are saying stuff about the vegetable people and potato.
What are they saying? I want to hear it.
They're saying... I found some good ones. How big are the potato people?
You can see them in the first hero. They can be as small as potatoes, which taste delicious. They're fresh and young. But you can also...
Are there also sweet potato people and banana people too?
Maybe. Yeah, the ones I've created so far are like we also have the coffee bean people, which are hilarious because... yeah, they're just interesting because you also have like them living on the backs of giants, and they're growing these like coffee plants there, and people try to kill the giants just to get the coffee and all that. It's pretty hilarious.
Okay, and then people are loving the Discord.
Woo! Discord.
Already a ton of people in there. And
that's sweet. Share the word. Spread it. Yes. I'm definitely gonna because it's a lot of work actually to put into the updates. I love updating you guys, but also want the updates to be quality and with nice good stuff, especially on the Patreon and the Kickstarter. So right now I'm mainly spamming on Instagram and Twitter. And then some more key posts on Facebook, and Tumblr, but Discord is also just a way to like just sit and talk about Star Wars and Game of Thrones and all that stuff with you guys. That would be super cozy. Yeah. So let's do it. I'm there. I'm the king of the Discord channel. That's nice. Yeah. I hope it's not going too slow with this. I'm really trying to focus on talking at the same time. It's not like the most easy thing to do, but I've done it with my neighbor's children. Usually I'm drawing with them, and then I can sit and tell funny stories while I do that. Oh my god, his skin color is so close to her like jacket, like a dress. So we need to change his skin color then. Yeah, that's why you do a lineup, guys. If they meet each other, I will just make him get a new skin color for future. Yeah, this one is nice. It's also really gross looking. Sick. Glenn, you have sickened me. No, it's too gray. I will pull in the old design of Glenn and steal his color, because that was also a good color. What am I looking for? I'm looking for Tales of Alethrion. Sub Productions, webisodes, Blend. We also have pre-production, concept design, character, work in progress, all designs. No, it's still her her dress. It's so close. All right, we need to. Yeah, this happens. Yeah, we will find a way to make this not happen. More greenish. He does still have lizard skin, so this is good. This is good. More desaturated. I like this. I like it. I like it a lot. Do we have some good questions? Throw them at me.
I'm looking through them.
Let me just check out what. I'm just checking your up there. Your. Elmord, I told you, aren't you guys a little worried that the Kickstarter is going slow? I mean, there are 11 days left and it hasn't reached the minimum. Yeah, but that's how it is with Kickstarter. You throw it out and maybe it happens, you do everything you can, and if it's not enough, it's too bad. Because I think it's also because the Kickstarter rewards are a little bit expensive, but it has to be like this, because the other times we spent more money than we actually had to make the episodes, because we spent so much money in making the merchandise, which we love doing as well, but it needs to also be like a super nice episode. So if not, then I'm gonna focus on making smaller things on Patreon. But it would be cool to get like a new fully animated episode. But elsewhere we're gonna find a way, guys, so no worries. We're gonna make it happen some way, one way or the other. Just would be much more nice if it could happen now, because that would make it much more easy. And I also would like to make the board game, so that's another personal investment there. But aren't you guys happy that we're back? Come on, Tales of Alethrion. I missed it. Yeah, that's super nice.
There's a question about Revenshire asks Tales of Alethrion. Can you tell us about the box demon and what its daily life in the box is like?
The box demon?
It is trapped in the box of holding after all.
The chest of holding, yes. That is Alethrion's greed, my friend. Alethrion greed. Oh, bye. Alethrion's greed is like a really, really interesting character that has so much mystery around him. Like, everybody like, what is going to happen when that chest is opening up again? And I'm not sure I want to like spoil too much of this, because we have like we have like some things planned, of course, for the chest when it's opened, and here are some like different suggestions. You can also put down what you think will happen, but yeah, put in the comments what you think will happen, or like share it in a drawing if you have at some point. But think about it. This is an entity. It's like a demon and a deity thing, because it also has a symbol just like all the other deities. It's a crazy idea that is not good for the world, and it's greed. But it has been on like the desert of Kartoffel deity. It's been on Alethrion, and it's been trapped inside of this like bottle, as far as we know that. And why is this mysterious? Why is this mysterious entity? What is growing it? And I would say, is it like a thing that because it doesn't have like a person anymore, will it come out as like a little child thing that has to like feed on a new person and grow, or will it like make Alethrion into like a lich that comes back to life, but it has a memory loss and will continue in the way of the greed, or will it possess someone? Will it come out as a monster? There's so many things that could happen with this creature, but all we know is that Amaranth has predicted that this will not be a good thing for the world. What will happen? So I'm curious to hear what you think should happen.
People are saying no spoilers.
No, but I'm just throwing ideas. I will not spoil. But I can just say that this creature is a very mysterious thing, and it's very exciting what's going to happen when the chest is opening. And I can tell you right now that I haven't spoiled anything in the story. I'm just saying I'm very interested in hearing what you think this creature is, because there are many. I have been through many different story scenarios with this creature.
And then people are just very sweet. They're saying for your answer with if the Kickstarter doesn't get through, they're just saying we will join Patreon.
Oh, that would be so awesome, because no matter what, it would be super nice to continue. And the Patreon is like the long-term thing that will keep the YouTube channel alive. And I hope that just posting videos of all kinds like this, or like other videos, is also something you like, because animation, I would rather like either do something like Choose the Path or webcomics that can continue a story, and then do videos that can come out regularly. I'm trying to make this format that can work for all of us. And I'm really excited about it. I love it. And a huge shout out to Slutter, my old friend and pal, who has been a big help in like filming and editing and doing all this stuff with me. He's like a soulmate buddy I'm getting a lot of funny ideas with. He's a scriptwriter and editor. So yeah, thanks for him for helping all of this stuff. I actually have to show you. Me and him did a secret channel once that is not online anymore, because it's not online. And I just want to show a little bit. I can't activate it because we're live. No, but one day maybe we will make a playlist that is like the forgotten videos, because we called it, because we had this playlist called Secrets of the Dungeon, where we were telling secrets about Alethrion. But then we also had secrets where we told about interviewed interns, talked about character designs, all of this stuff, which might come back. But we also had we made a little YouTube channel where we just did goofy stuff, and we called it Secrets of the Dungeon YouTube. But then we just decided to make it into another channel, because we just did whatever we wanted to do, right? And that channel was definitely everything what we wanted to do, because I was just opening Pokemon booster packs. This was back in 2016. It wasn't something everybody did at that point. And it was hilarious. And I was reviewing water posts and just drawing by the lake and talking about Dungeons & Dragons. Actually, I really would like to make like a Dungeons & Dragons stream at some point, if you guys would be up for that. That would be super cool. find some good friends and stream that we play. But yeah, we've made that, and it was just like, first it was called Secrets of the Dungeon, but then we were like, oh no, that's like a Tales of Alethrion thing on the channel, so we called it Secrets of the Don Juan. And then it was just me on the profile. The Don Juan original. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so make a comment if you think that would be fun to get back. It was a pretty fun period. We're almost there, guys. Look at me talk. Just gonna put some effects on. We have this.
Oh, people are excited about the D&D.
That would be cool. I wonder like how we should do it, because it could be YouTube Live, it could also be videos, it could be a lot of people try to get me on Twitch, but I've just been buried with animation and YouTube and work and other things, so it's been a little bit hard to do all of that and also run a Twitch channel every week. So I want to like focus on the YouTube and the patrons and the episodes, and then I'm pretty excited about the feature film as well, of course. That's also something that will be interesting. But which I'm gonna update you all with, of course. Then I was imagining if you could have like cameras in front of us play, because we're playing every second week. They're almost done with defeating my good old friend Strad von Sarovic. We've been trapped in this world for so long. We played this campaign 8 years ago, and they lost the campaign. So the characters from that, the ones who survived, have been struggling to get out of this mist. Wait, for the ones who doesn't know what's Strad von Sarovic, we have like how do you say? A vampire who's trapped inside of his own world. There's mist around. The ones who come in can't get out without his permission, so everybody just trapped in there. And I've played several campaigns where they've lost, and now we are finally finishing this campaign, and we've been playing it on Inside It for 2 years, and they've gotten to know all the characters, and all of this cool stuff have been building up, and we had like characters who, there's a lot of like fun things happening. Don't want to get further into that. We had guest players and all that, but now we're finally maybe getting like out of this world, almost there, and the old characters has joined again, and it's pretty fun. Okay, what was I doing?
You are missing the eyes of the dragon thing.
Yeah, I'm also missing some color down here. Oh. Sorry, it's like I'm really trying to focus on two things here. Yep. Are there other good questions? Like, but actually, would it be a good idea to just then I would spend some of the if there's a Patreon post coming next week, then maybe I would buy like some cheap cameras, and then I would figure out a setup where I could film a D&D campaign set in Alethrion. That might be pretty interesting.
Yeah, Dean de Gersam says play the Tower RPG on stream.
On stream.
Yeah.
That's what people want. I don't know how to set it up actually with like a lot of different cameras. I have to research that. Yeah. But again, man, Critical Role. Imagine they would know about this. That would be so awesome. I was excited that that the animation lead from Into the Spider-Verse, he knew about Tales of Alethrion. That was pretty cool. Okay, shadows. Then we will take some blue. I think we will, just do a little mask here. Do some shadows.
Then there's some Safray Phoenix is just reporting that there's a lot of art on the Discord, and he's asking, could you look at the art in the Discord?
Oh yes. I think we also have to finish the stream soon, but I will look at the artwork and then talk about it in the stream.
I think people are uploading some of the duos.
Oh, nice! Awesome. And remember, you guys can also comment on each other's artwork. That would make me very happy to get something like that going. How much would you like to have live streamings like this in the future, and what would you like to see done? Would you like to just see drawings like this and me talking about the world, or are there other things you would like to see? Just let me know before we end this streaming. Are people entering to that?
Not yet.
Okay. Just let me know when they come in.
Yeah.
Yeah, and especially the ones on Patreon. Let me know what you want, because I'm gonna redefine the Patreon and what it should do soon, and go in and figure out what the goals is that is making the most cool content for you guys, and making the YouTube channel not freeze again.
Okay, here they come. Okay.
What are they saying?
It was just like...
Take a screenshot. We need that info.
Yeah, I got it.
How do I find all this info again? Like, are these comments just removed after the video?
I don't know. It's in my brain now.
Oh, man.
But
I need to get that chip moved from your brain.
Yeah. Okay. People are saying... drawing... random dude 1194 says drawings and talking about the world is really engaging.
Oh, that's super nice.
And
that's good to know.
Just do whatever you feel like doing, says RF Rent or something.
Would you like me to continue doing it on YouTube, or would you like me to make a Twitch? Like, if it's the Twitch, then I really need to put my head around it, because I'm following other Twitch channels, but it's always that thing of like, a whole new setup, and I'm like also struggling on keeping up with making YouTube videos on a regular basis for you guys. Do you like the videos where it's me goofing around? Because sometimes I'm like, I love this. I love to make this stuff, but are people just waiting for more Alethrion only?
Can we sum up the names of the tavern?
Yeah.
Really many.
Can you give me the list of the taverns, and I will sum up some of them?
Yeah, I can. But there's a lot of comments right now.
It's awesome.
There's I tried to get them all, but there's three pages or something.
Oh man, just you guys, I love this so much. Thank you so much for being here, and it's been a blast already. I think that I planned on ending this ending the video with this drawing, but if you want to hang out just for a little bit, we're taking some looks at some of the drawings that's been sent in, and I'm gonna do some feedback.
There's so many comments right now.
It's like the comments are coming in so fast that we can't even we just can't even. Finally, we got some live artwork video. That has been on my list for a long time. Sorry that it hasn't come before, but I've really been looking forward to test out what you guys would think of getting some live artwork. Just imagine I'm sitting on the street. I'm like, hey guys, how about a portrait? I make fantasy characters.
I'm just gonna try something.
To make it bigger or what?
No, to copy all the comments into another sheet of document.
Oh, that would be amazing if we could get all of the comments.
No, it doesn't work.
Oh, you can't copy all of it?
No.
Try to Google it. Google is your friend.
Yeah, but then I can't read the comments.
I love the internet. Think about it. this is possible. Wow. Actually, it's like even like pretty rare that I post my own personal artwork, like I showed in the sketchbook. I should do that more on my own Instagram and Twitter. It's mostly Alethrion. I'm like using, but that's also a nice one. Tales of Alethrion, yeah. I'm gonna take you on a journey of a lifetime. I'm gonna take you tonight. Yeah, I'm gonna take you on a journey of a lifetime. I'm gonna take you tonight. Mathias, the musician, he actually just sent like a video for the Kickstarter where he was singing that song on the guitar in out in the nature like a bard. Yeah, I should get that out.
RF Ramped asks, what do you prefer to play as a character, Mikkel?
What class? What was his name?
RF Ramped or RF, yeah.
Okay, RF Ram asks if what I like to play as the most in Dungeons and Dragons. I wonder how I can like draw and then have the comments here at the same time. How is that not a possibility?
I think it is. We can figure it out because I can do something called pop art.
That would be great if I could see the comments while I'm doing this. Now I'm like getting the comments thrown at me from the side. Yeah. But anyways, what I like to play the most is a wizard. That is by far the funniest class, in my opinion. But personality-wise, I like the bard the most. So, yeah, making a gnome bard is like a go-to for me. And if I'm doing Alethrion, then then I would probably prefer to be the dungeon master. No, I've been dungeon master for 20 years now, so naturally, like I even had like players who wrote me like a letter with like ink. I should find it again. I think I know where it is, but where they had gotten somebody to write like a super old calligraphy inked letter where they tried to summon me as the dungeon master again. It was if you're out there, Silas, that was pretty cool. It was like, we summon you, dungeon master, to play with me again. Where did you put my? Oh yeah, here. I actually also just want to show you this. Philip, one of my players in D&D, this turned into a D&D talk, huh? He gave me this watch in my 30-year birthday, which was just recently. I don't know if you can see this with this very bad camera, but on the side he engraved Dungeon Master. I don't know if you can see this. Anyways, I put it on Instagram, so I'm just going to show that real fast, because that is probably one of the coolest gifts I've ever gotten. Art, and we need to go to Mikkel Mainz. Come on, Mikkel Mainz. Here we have that guy. Look at it. Dungeon, and I am Dungeon Master. One day people will find this magical artifact in some chest lying in an attic somewhere, and it will say Dungeon Master, and you know you found something that gives you a pluses in charisma and intelligence. It's a magical artifact. How cool is that? What a baby. What a sweet baby. Okay, normally I would, of course, like put shadows on this tongue as well, but now I like separated. I didn't separate them on the same layer, these teeth, so I'm gonna let it be for now. Maybe a little shadow. Yeah. Just a tiny little shadow. Here we go. Sweet. What a shadow. Very tiny. Then we have... Yeah, let's make some magic. So these are like really simple shadows. just to give some depth to the characters. Normally, if I had more time, I would like do more, but let's just try to make these like integrate. Let's see.
Nazgul 100 asks, is that what will happen if we don't fund your Kickstarter, Mikkel? You will be sitting on a street doing random tours.
Please, yes, you wanna hear a tale from beyond. Have you heard about Vito? May perhaps Wilhelm? Throw a coin and the bard will sing.
Yeah.
That is what will happen.
I mean, I will never stop telling the tales, but it would be nice to be able to like make some animations with them as well.
Oh, I think maybe go into OBS.
So what?
The screen recorder.
Yeah. Ah, you can't see me draw. My gosh, I'm so sorry. I made all of this happen without you guys. That's bad. Oh man, you didn't even see me make this happen. Sorry about that. Thanks for saying that in the comments. Sorry guys. Yeah, but you saw my beautiful face. The face of a true bard. Yeah. I know I have one magical song, Bohemian Rhapsody. Yeah, that is like my loot of charisma +1 can like make people dance on the dance, cry, laugh, tears, make cheers, all of that when I do the Bohemian Rhapsody.
Is this the real life? Or is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. Open your eyes, look up to the skies and see. I'm just a poor boy, I need no sympathy. Though I'm easy come, easy go, little high, little low. Any way the wind blows doesn't really matter to me.
Anyways, bro, you just posted the cringe. You're gonna lose subscriber. Oh, that's a good meme circulating right now. Oh, and so speaking of which, it's really exciting that Robber Ninja is up for doing some artwork in the new season if it's going to be successful. That is pretty cool. I love his Monster Girls. Yeah, shout out to him for also being so cool as to like make a little synopsis of the different episodes on his Twitter and sharing. Man, that was a good day. That was a good day. I think we're almost there. So basically for the ones who are like, I didn't want to see your face, want to see the artwork. This was what it looked like before. I thought it was a nice color. Put it down, make some multiply, integrated it.
Oh, nice looking. 3D depth. Wow.
Yeah, then I would probably go in and do some, how do you say? Yeah. Some light from the forest, maybe a little bit rim lights for another day. Depends on where the light is coming from, etc. But I think we have like a good, decent drawing here. We did nice, everyone. Thank you. What's up? Are there any comments?
They're just applauding your singing and saying shout out to Ross Rubber Ninja.
Yeah.
And saying Rimlight up in here.
Yeah. So what do we do? Let's make some more integration. Yeah. What should we do? We can just do some fast little. Yeah. I would like to make you beautiful, Gaia. Gaia, you are so sweet. If you are not married to Vito, I would go for you. No, actually, no, I have a girlfriend. She's also making the voices, so that's fine. Here we go. I think we have some nice artwork here. Thanks for the idea, guys. We have integrated a lot of characters here. Nice. Tales of Alethrion. Yeah, I think it's beautiful. Let me know what you think of the little artwork we've done here. Oh, we have to make some little slime come from him. That's neat. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, actually more.
Tavern names, maybe.
Yeah, let's come some tavern names. He's been spit in the face here. Oh yeah. Boom! I like it. Let's save it under Tales of Alethrion. I'll be sure to post this later tonight. Let's put it into social media. Let's put it into 2019. Boom. And then we're gonna also save JPEG for. Whoops.
Jeg har afsløret Patrick Lindberg, han siger, det skal hilse.
Okay. Patrick Lindberg. Shout out to Patrick Lindberg, who's done some nice backgrounds lately as well for this project. Also helping with the card game. What should we say the names? All right. So while we have this art piece up, I'm gonna just mention some of the tavern names and show in the likes, and I'll put down in the comments which one you think is the best. Is it Vito's Vino? Is it the Yippity Yay? Is it the Roaring Gull? Is it the Drop of Icor? Is it the Kicking Sword Tavern? Is it Skjald? Is it Alcos Array? Is it the Beard of Alethrion? Is it Flagon House? Flagon House? Is it High Five Heaven? Oh, that is a good one. High Five Heaven. Is it Ale and Tail? Oh, I like that one. That is a good one.
Should we meet at the Ale and Tail for another round? Yes, my new gnome friend. I think that is the plan.
Is it Chimichanga? Is it Bananas? Is it Tavern to the Drunken Beard? Is it the Tipsy Tapir? Is it Purple Plums? Is it Dark Heat Tavern? Is it the Dragon's Counter? Oh, the Dragon's Counter is also good. That's for heroes for sure. Yeah, let me know which one you like the most. We'll definitely I'll make some artwork where they're sitting inside of that bar.
There's even more. But
and there's many more. Thanks for... Oh, there's more here. Nomad's Hook. Nomad's Nook. The Creaking Hearth. Shoney's. The Joyous Journey. Hall of Greatness. Fairy Tale. The Tissith Tavern. The Green Dragon. Work. I like that one. Hey, should we meet at work? We're just going to work. Mansion of Beat. The Lizard's Lounge. The Rusty Cut Piece. Lot Piece or Cut Piece? Cut Piece. The Infinite Fill. The Drunken Clap. The Bloody Gold. Tavern and Turmoil. Hillock Pass. Golden Lot Piece. Golden Lot Piece. Tavern and Turmoil. Cure what ails you. Cure what ails you. The Mold Mains. I like that one. Willow's Wine. The Infinity Gullet. Yeah. Yeah. We're in the end game now. Where all knights meet. And meat is like meat. Like meat. The meat. Tales of Alethrion. Some very good ones. Yeah, looking forward to hear what you think as the best ones. Oh, I think we are almost there. Now we just need to go to the... I would just need to go to the Discord and see what's happening in here. Boom! Boom! Boom, boom, boom! We have people in here now. Yay, 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 yay. Welcome to the Guild of Alethrion. Oh, we should actually call it the Guild of Alethrion. I will... Oh, wait. I will call general... No. I will... Whoops. Welcome to the Guild of Alethrion. How do I make like a guild? Like voice channels, YouTube bits, news. Welcome everyone to the Guild of Alethrion gathers. Here we will discuss the deities and what mischief they were up to. No. And here to discuss the deities and what lore we have found. Thank you everyone for joining. I look forward to have you in my party. To the glorious cause. I think it's course, right? Spelled like this. Is it course? Is it course? To the glorious course. Course. No, it's not that. I really hope it's developed course. To the glorious course. Yes! Sometimes you just go for the best. Oh my god, how awesome is this? Look at all you guys in here. Let's see some artwork. Woo! Yes!
Maybe just first put another invite on the...
Oh yeah, yeah. I'll put another invite in there. So if you want to join the Discord, jump in now. Everybody, smash the Discord now. All right. Yeah, so we already talked about this one. So if you want to see, we talked about this earlier in the video. It's really beautiful. I imagine like it's like a dragonkin, some creatures who were born by some of the threatened dragons in the world. There are not many left, but the little species spawning from the dragons. This could be some of the two. And this one was bitten by Vito, as we heard earlier. Oh no, not bitten, but Vito was how they described their attacker. Yeah, this one is also very sweet. I like the proportions. I like really nice construction you have made here. Super cool. B and Douglas. These guys. This is definitely an engineer. She must be some kind of ballet, dancer, warrior dancer. I could definitely imagine them walking around. They could travel out as a young, like Vito and Wilhelm and Megan Ken, and looking for journeys and seeking limits. Cool. Thank you so much, Cold Hazard. What more do we have here? Oh yeah, we have a clown warrior and his monkey friend, Bobu. Yeah, I could totally see these running around in Alethrion as well. Scary crowd. Like
he's like, me, I'm looking for some monsters to kill with my hammer, and I can also turn on your cigar with the end of it because it has a little flame.
And the monkey's like,
yeah, who can we punch?
Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be nice. Real nice. And I think all your drawings are great. It's like the idea behind it. So if you also want constructive criticism and stuff like that, just let me know on the Discord server, post your art and ask for it. I'll see what I can do. I really just love what you sent. Ooh, there's some cool thing here. So it's kind of like Full Metal Alchemist vibe. Such a cool show. Of course. I think I've seen this before. Have this been posted before? I think I remember it's spicy. Yeah, it's a really good one. Awesome. It's riding the dragon. Of course. We need some more dragons and wizards in the show, or like in the stories. And here we have the one we showed from earlier. Really nice. Oh man, Sammy, goody. These are Sammy's babies. I really like them. Esri and Millet. That's so beautiful. So nice. Ah, there's so many cool ones. Douglas and Bay again. Oh man, here we have them just older. Before they look like young, here we have them as in like when they have traveled around. Super cool. This guy slows down the journey. Ips, come on, I've been waiting for you for hours. Come on, man. The sun is setting. We need to camp so many times a day. Dang you. And he's like, but he's a patient man, it seems, so they're a good couple. Oh my god, Mikkel, please pin those artworks so they don't get lost in the chat. How do we pin them? Where do we pin them? Sammy, tell me how to pin this artwork. How do we pin it?
Sammy will pin them later.
Does it share that?
Tsukiji says Sammy Torres will pin them later. I'll be sure to tell him.
Okay, great. So inside of the chat, these will be pinned. Oh, here we go. Here we go. There's a pin here. There's no pinned messages. Why? Why is this happening?
Why?
Oh, here we go. Pin. Yes. I will pin all of this. Okay, so we'll be sure to pin all of this artwork. You guys are amazing. I'm so excited about this. It is too great to be true. Elfie the cartoonist, thank you. Hello. We'll pin you. Yes. And also here. Boom. Pin. And then here. Oh, this is lovely. I love this. How creative is this, man? The arm is a fish. I think maybe it could be a curse. It could just be a wrong creation from the gods. I'll create this fish monster. And then he creates it. It's like, oh, I'll just go back to bed. Yeah. Yes. All right, but of course all of this will be pinned, and you guys, thank you so much for pinning. It's awesome, and we're creating a good forum here. That's so great. You can just share this Alethrion Discord around, if they are fans of Alethrion, of course, because this will be mainly around this project and discussions around it, where you also have me around, and let's just make this Alethrion guild happen, because it's nice to have like gathered stuff instead of just having it around the internet where it disappears. Oh, that's so much cool artwork already. Can't imagine I've been live all this time. Oh my god, you guys,
come on, it's crazy.
Yeah. Whoop. But I think I will end up now. I will be talking with you in here, and let me know if you want another live YouTube video soon. Then I'll be sure to make that happen. I think this has been like super nice, and it's been awesome to see you so active in the comments, and yeah, really, really, guys, it is great to be back, and epicness. High fives to every one of you. There's so much love for this community, you have no idea. So yeah, let's keep sharing the Kickstarter, and I'll see you on in here and on the Kickstarter, Patreon, Instagram, Twitter, all that. I'm trying to follow as much as I can. So this has been amazing. Let me get those last comments there, and then we'll round up for today. This also ended up being 3 hours. My gosh. It's the longest live session I've done, but it was fun. Oh yeah, so D&D stream where the GM draw the world you're describing. That's a good idea. Let me just take a screenshot of that so I remember it. Will you also write all these ideas down, Nikolai?
Yeah. What do we have? My book.
Yes. Hey! This was actually just to remember the comment. I think actually this turned into like a pretty cool artwork. Good old Gaia. And Blen. Alright, last questions, high fives. Share the campaign and the channel around, and see you on the Discord. You're welcome to share the link I just sent out. And thank you so much for being around. Thank you, Brenda Mao. This was great and much appreciated. You're welcome. David Chris, greetings from Budapest. Hey David, did you, David, let me know if you saw the Bohemian Rhapsody. David Chris was one I've been winning several bottles on the local bar of Animation Workshop when we were singing Bohemian Rhapsody. Thank you everyone. Nazgul, 3 good hours. Soki, catch you later, Mikkel, and great stream.
Did awesome, Skjald.
You guys are awesome. Yeah, but high five to all of you. And thank you for hanging out and being so active. Yeah. See you around. And let's make the last 10 days of the Kickstarter worth it. It's going to be exciting. I'll post the picture on different places in a minute. You saw it, David. Awesome. Soon we'll do this again, David. Sammy Torres, I'm so excited for Tour Season 2. I'm going to help as much as I can. High five. High five to you too. Michael Ismay, much love, my man. Love your creativity. Hope I've been an inspiration. Have a good evening. Good night. All right. See you guys, everyone. The journey's the reward. And see you out there. Mikkel Mainz, out. Oh.